during the mock battle, Jixid would have not have used his breath weapons. For the time being, he's just going to try and uphold his disguise of just being a weird-looking red dragon.
Okay.
Yeah,
in that case,
and
Bracken,
yeah, go ahead.
did you use any of your special abilities during the fighting?
Only small ones, not super obvious ones, like knocking somebody 50 feet back or anything like that.
So I guess probably just the gravity strike then to knock him down. Just to kind of flavor text what happened to Yix, because
that as well as maybe my leap. So
Okay.
I'm jumping a little farther. Like people are look at these jumps like, wow, instead of jumping like 5 feet to the left and 3 feet to the right, whatever. I'm like Superman flying over his head to smack him on his tail, that kind of thing.
So Yeeks, well, this guy is definitely kind of a more light fighter, wielding a spear and, equivalent to a longsword / spear. There seem to be little bits where it kind of, little discrepancies in fighting, like he'd hit you in a way that shouldn't have staggered you, but you'd suddenly find your footing has been lost, and you just flat on your ass. Or, he would seem to be able to jump, be lighter than he should have. He could jump further, he could dash farther, he just seemed like he was a little bit off in that regard.
I mean, Yixid will definitely take note of that.
And I guess to me, you're just a draconic person that's just, I don't know, you look a little more flamboyant than you should.
Yeah.
Flamboyant.
You just see Yixid as a red dragonborn with rather shiny scales.
Yeah. You went
a massive shield that seems to be made entirely out of ruby.
Yeah, you went to the.
That's not very obvious.
He's got so much bling.
You know how people go to a little stand on the side of the road and they'll buff their shoes real quick with a cloth or something. That's what you look like.
Yeah. But does the shield look like it's been like bedazzled?
Oh wow.
Oh, she's dead.
It's definitely flashy enough that people have been trying to coerce you to stay at their tavern and buy their goods, Yixid.
But because of the catchy themes or jingle about the doo-wop hops, you have to go there.
Question, Yixid. Do you have any symbols on you of Sardior?
Sardior symbol would be carved into the shield itself.
That I would know. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I would know that, Rob.
Yeah, if your master was a patron. Yeah, you definitely recognize it. He didn't. He was never like super pious, but you can definitely recognize the symbol from some of the things he would keep around him, amulets and stuff like that.
Right.
Anestra, Izzy, and Koros all try to drink again, and it looks like Koros and Izzy both pass out.
and Anestra, she failed too critically.
Hey, question.
Oh, you did.
Whoa. So these people are passed out. Where are they?
So if Izzy and Koros are passed out, there is a giant wolf guarding them and is growling at everyone.
The Baron's keeping close watch on everybody.
The Baron is being very noble.
I'm pretty sure I can leap right out of that distance. Or
Baron starts drinking too.
The Baron sits in the bar and just puts a pot.
Seriously, where are they? Are they anywhere close to me? Are they in the bar where me and Yixid are having our drink?
You're having a drink. I mean,
this poor tavern.
Yixid, being a paladin, is making an attempt to keep a level head about him, but he does definitely offer to buy your drinks.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not drinking anything strong. More like a little honey mead or something like that. Something, just something I can sip on. It's just nothing like sage course,
So kind of up to them where they are. Did you guys hang around the drinking contest area, or did you head to a tavern?
We hung around the drinking contest area, or maybe we did go to another tavern.
I don't know.
Hey,
roll percentage.
Roll percentage.
Yeah, do you want us to roll a percentage?
Sure. How do we roll percentage?
I did it. 26. 22. Okay.
Oh.
The Baron.
Uh,
Although
How
I'm
do
the
you
most
roll percentage?
dignified of
Yeah.
puppers.
Right click on the
Corey?
D10 and click on the percent
Yeah.
symbol.
oh, okay.
The D10 is the one in the very it's one,
Yeah.
two to your right, I suppose.
Yeah.
In this episode of Drunks, pretty much.
There you go.
Yeah, but there's just a giant wolf standing over by the twins, just growling.
So,
So 86 that we left and went to another one.
Tamery, or not Tamery, sorry. Trixie.
Trixie Timful.
Yeah, I keep getting all the T's confused. Trixie,
You,
you keeping an eye on Tao, you noticed that he seemed to have gotten some kind of message at a tavern and went to a secluded place to go to a meeting, and he kind of lost you with the directions he was following to get there. But you see him coming back shortly from wherever you last found him. The letter in his pocket now. What are you
never
guys
did
doing?
tell us are we in the same tavern?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I just want to
I'll
put
get
it to you that Taliesin and Trixie, they were in different classes. Taliesin was never
Yeah.
a social person. He was always reading. She's more aware of him than he is of her. In fact, he may not even know her. She knows Tamery because she was Tamery's friend, sort of, kind of. But I don't think Taliesin would know her from Adam. He just did not pay attention.
You don't pay attention to girls. It's too awkward.
Girls are
fact that
icky.
Tao smokes just cracks me up.
Cuties. Yeah,
Every
he's a
time
rebel.
I know, but every time I picture Tao, it's just like this boy-looking, guy, but he's got like a Sherlock Holmes pipe.
Absolutely.
Poof, poof.
So
Buzz
how long
bubbles.
till we wake up?
Yes, smoke opium.
So we're all in the
Keeps his mind
tavern.
from racing like an engine.
So he's coming back.
You guys are pretty hammered right now. I wouldn't say you're pass out, fall down on the floor drunk, but you're pretty hammered.
The Baron
Hey,
is
I've
well.
killed
The,
you
the,
a few
the
times, so
Baron
it's
is
nothing
well
wrong.
aware that the twins are doing something stupid though, and is just standing like behind them.
The bartender seems a bit weary of the Baron, but considering you just bought a whole bunch of drinks, he seems pretty okay with this.
Have you met the Baron yet? He's very sophisticated. Points at
I'm
Doug.
across the bar keeping that 5 gold to make sure that we don't get jumped or take anything weird.
The Baron will just growl.
The bartender tells you to keep your dog on a short leash there, Isabel. If he bites anybody, it'll be his head.
I kind of just wink and finger guns him.
Actually, wait. Does the bar have rooms attached to it? Is it an inn or is it just a bar?
It'll definitely have rooms on there, being in.
Okay.
me
Being
make
that they generously and enjoyably drink with me, how much are the rooms at the inn?
Boom.
Or at the bar?
Tal, as you walk in, you definitely hear like crowds cheering and a couple of rousing rounds of extra pints handed out for people who bet on Yixid and people who bet on Brack, and just people having a great time there.
Woohoo!
Some of the accomplishments from the day reach your ears.
Rob.
Yes.
So, would the combatants maybe know who's taking bets on them and against them? Because if so, I'm gonna try to get a little, just a little piece,
There are
You're gonna start
definitely
a bar fight?
there are some bookies who you can probably, if you stay near them and listen, you could hear a couple of people who are betting on you or somebody else. But by and large, they're keeping their stuff hidden.
Right, but
There's
before the
actually
fight.
like a guild of bookies, and they're known as like the odds makers. And it's basically given like the same amount of respect and fear as like the IRS.
Oh,
God.
okay. So maybe you shouldn't piss them
it's
off.
almost considered like a sacred duty here. This is a place where coin is king.
Right. So, like, I'm saying before the fights or before, the mock whatever, would the combatants maybe know, kind of their odds as far as, 200 gold versus 100 gold bet on so and so, you know what I'm saying? So that maybe I can get an idea of, so you guys bet on me, huh? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Jeff, would the bookies have that information be public knowledge or no?
No.
Well, the odds would be yes.
Okay.
So like if they basically what they would do is they would look at you and they would look at Yixid and they would make their determinations based on what they feel is likely to be the outcome just by looking at you. Pretty much the way I do it is like if you're a member of that guild, you essentially get the know thy enemy thing that
Oh.
battle masters get, but you just kind of get it as like a special thing you can do, as being a member of that guild.
See, cross world
what I'm-
building here.
What I'm trying to get at is before the fight, could I have gone to them and said, what are my odds?
Well, didn't the fight already happen though?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have before the fight.
Yeah.
You guys didn't take the opportunity to bet on yourselves. Like
Well,
whenever Talus had won the race, he actually bet on himself beforehand. He bet every
I
coin he
didn't,
had.
I didn't know we had this option, but okay.
Next time.
Well, if you guys are due to town, it would make sense that you don't.
That's fair.
True.
So
True. Okay.
Have
hadn't really thought
Koros and
about it
Izzy
before.
been here for a couple weeks at least, or?
But you guys probably would definitely pick up on the fact that there are probably a lot of people who made a hell of a lot more money on you than you did. Because you guys
Right.
got, what, like 50 gold and stuff? There's
Yeah.
probably people who made thousands.
Koros, you could probably have been here for working in and out of the town quite a bit, serving as a kind of a go-to guy for some special tasks for the trade princess. Depending on how long ago you suggested, that could be however long Izzy's been there.
Okay.
Whenever,
yeah, I'd
whenever you
say-
guys met up and whenever Koros suggested Izzy as a assistant.
Well, so would the bookies be present in this bar?
I'm sure some of their agents would be.
So it won't translate Ignin, but it will translate Primordial. Interesting. Okay.
Hang on. Oh,
How'd you spell Ignin?
yeah, you gotta do
I-
that.
Huh?
Try it. Try
Even
it now.
if you get like capitalization off, it won't work.
Yeah, try it now.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Sweet.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I see the error message now.
I always mess up because I'll be trying to put Elvish and I'll put Elven or vice versa. I can never remember which
Yeah.
one's actually the good one.
yeah.
Elvish.
Yeah, some of the bookies' agents could definitely be found in the bar, reveling in the money they've made off you guys.
Unfortunately, I can't understand anything you guys are saying.
Nope.
Well,
They're
so
speaking dragon.
I'd like to. Yeah, we're speaking a different language you don't understand.
I know. It
What I'd like to do is just kind of go to them and say, I notice you people are making money off of me. I'd like my own little chunk of money. You know of anything going on? Any adventures that might need the expertise of a fighter?
Well, the trade princes are always looking for people to help in business deals.
Can I hear
What I'm asking
this
you.
conversation going on?
Can you give me a perception? If you're trying to hide it, are you like shouting out across the room?
Hey, I
Right.
want
No.
money.
Rex
No,
like
but
bam.
But I did kind of take Yixid maybe and sit down in a table maybe adjacent to.
Would mine be at
to these
disadvantage?
guys.
Sure.
No, I'm not really. No,
Izzy.
I'm not really trying to
I
hide it.
think all of ours would be at a disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm not really trying to hide it, but I'm just more conducting business. I'm not really whispering or anything. Just
So I'll say then that Tal, as you're kind of looking around the tavern, you notice a dragonborn and a pretty tall, lanky-looking elf, or Eladrin, I guess. Yeah, you tell the difference because of Beasleby. Standing next to a bunch of people wearing the colors of the Bookies Guild.
How do you disadvantage one?
They seem to be trying to negotiate.
Mm.
There's modifiers in the bottom left that have ADV +2 +2.
Ah,
Yeah, you just click